Hello my lovelies, Susie here with you today, and I'm back to continue my journey on this lovely no-sew journal that I'm creating as part of Amanda's design team over at Createwithscrimpingmommy. I've already published part 1, and this is now going to be part 2. If you haven't seen the beginnings of this journal, then pop along to my playlist and you will find part 1 under the tutorials or the process videos. So without further ado, we're going to continue this journey using the beautiful leftover papers that I've printed out from Amanda at Createwithscrimpingmommy, as I've already said. I'll pop all the links that you'll need to come and join us on this lovely journey underneath at the bottom of this video. So I'm going to sit down now and I'm going to continue decorating the front cover and making the closure for this journal, and we may do a couple of pages as well. It's wet and windy here today, no sun, hence the winter jumper back on as it's quite chilly. So I have chosen to put the closure, the ribbon closure that holds the signature together in the centre, and just tied it with a bow, because I know I had chosen to use sari silk and come on the outside. It was going to be too bulky for the decoration that I wanted to put onto this journal. So I've chosen my lace and I've chosen my closures, which is going to be this lovely antique brad. I've already printed out some of my ephemera. As you can see, I have various choices here of closures. We can go with this kind of largish one, or I've got two very small vintage ones here too. I haven't decided which ones yet. Excuse my coming across you, but we'll pop them there. I'm not sure whether I'll use the ribbon on the closure or I'll use this twine. I haven't made my mind up, but that will come in a minute. Let's first of all attach our lace. And I want the lace to cover the spine, like so, but I want it so that this is not peeking through, so I have to come right down and stretch it slightly. Let's put some tape down. I'll turn this over and I'm going to use 3/8 inch score pal tape for this particular closure, and if I start here it will give me an idea of where I need to put it. So I'm going to put it, I'm going to turn this round. I'm going to start here. I'll just run it down to the end. Get my little tear piece, tear off, and we will do the same here. And if I've got it wrong, I am scuppered. Anyway, how are we all today? Well, happy and healthy, I hope. So if we turn this round, we can see, yeah, I've got that just about right. Especially if I stretch it slightly. Okay, I'm going to start with the back and take this off. But I'm not just going to be using my score pal tape. I'm going to add some glue, because although this is the best tape that you can buy, and it is better than red line tape as well. It will still eventually lose its tackiness. So I'm just taking this glue applicator and I'm just covering the tape with some glue. This also gives me some wiggle room, as they call it. So if we pop that there, make sure I've got it even both sides, and I can see the ribbon. I can see the ribbon, and if I turn this over before securing it, I can just burnish it slightly and just give it a little help in staying secure. Okay, so if we open up again, and we'll take this tape off, and again I'll come in with my glue applicator. And there we go, it's a nice dollop of glue. And we'll just put this over, bring it down, give it a nice burnish. And if we turn this, how pretty is that? Very pretty. And I'm just going to even up take this up, and I'll even it up from there, taking the straggly edges off. I'll get a better pair of scissors for that. They're serrated scissors. They're fabulous scissors, and they're great for fussy cutting and getting straight lines. These are the Tim Holtz spring adjusted Tonics scissors. Oops. And as you can see, they have a spring on them, but they have this wonderful handle so that you're not putting, I have a great deal of problems with my thumbs with arthritis, so I don't need any pressure at all to use these scissors. They're fabulous. And these are the smaller snippets that I use for fussy cutting. And again, it's the same principle. Although they don't have the big handle, they are so, so, so beautiful and soft on your hands. Anyway, we'll just snip this off. These are great scissors for materials, fabrics. And these are the Fiskars scissors, easy action they're called, and again they've got this large, but they're not quite as there's still a little bit of tension in these ones. Anyway, I digress, I'm sorry. So there is our lace added. I'm not doing anything else to the front cover apart from going to attach the closure. And if I open up, I've already added a piece of white card just to strengthen this cardstock for the brad going through. But I've already made, if I can find it, what have I done with it? Here it is. I've already made the inside pocket, and that will hide the brad, and it will give me two pockets for ephemera and tags, etc. So let's go ahead and put our closure on. I'll bring in my piercing mat, get my ruler, And this is just 8 1/4. So if I bring it down slightly, so I want my closure to be halfway. So there, number 4. Pop this back. And it's whether I use the large or one of the smaller brads. Now, I'm not sure which one to use, which one will go best. I quite like this one, but it is tiny. That's a bit too raised, so we'll leave that one. I think I need something more substantial, so I'm going to go with the bigger one. And it's still vintage, it's very pretty. So I just need my pokey tool. And we'll pierce our hole there. We may need a bigger hole, but we'll see. Hang on. Turn it round so you can see what I'm doing. Oh no, that's fine. Turn it round and just open it up. Oops. And let's burnish those down as well. Don't want anything popping up. I'm going to take a little piece of tape and just secure that. There we go, and that gives me plenty of room for the tie on, but we shall put our pocket down first. And again, I'm just going to use wet glue for this. It's a nice bead of glue. Side, whoops, bottom, and side. And we'll pop that down. And as you can see, I've already rounded the corners so that they don't get dog-eared. Just want to make sure that that's secure. And here we have a nice pocket there and a pocket there. So if we now go to the back page, and I've done exactly the same. I have already made my double pocket, the double angled pocket, and again that will hide the closure. Now what are we going to do? Are we going to use this string? This will come round and literally wind round. It does marry up with the lace a little bit, but no, I don't like it. So I think I'm going to go with yes, the ribbon is much nicer. So let's pop the ribbon down, and we know that it's 4 in the middle, but I'm taking no chances. So I'm going to go from there to there and make a little mark. That's going to be our 4-inch mark. And we need to secure it, but let me put this down here because we can't go in past this mark here, I don't think. Oh, we could, but not much. So we're going to go here. And again, I'm going to get my trusty score pal tape and just secure it. This time we're not taking the backing off. That will hold that beautifully. We're going to add our pocket, and the same thing, we'll go with side, bottom, and up the side. Here we go. Want to make sure I'm not overlapping there, and I'm not. So let's get rid of this excess paper. Turn this over, and if we come, once we start filling it, we can I think twice will be enough. Or maybe I'll take it around the back and come here. That's better. Is that better? Yes, I think so. But we'll leave it hanging just now. It's not important, but it's not in the way or anything. So that's 2 pockets and the front cover finished. What we need to do now is decide what we're going to decorate and what we're going to leave plain. I've got a couple of things already in mind. I have this lovely large tab, which I would like to use somewhere, but it has to marry up the colours. See, that picks up that. That's a nice writing space there. That's definitely for writing. Can't put it on there. No. I think we'll go with this large one. But if we put it on and just glue it top and bottom, that will leave us a tuck spot, and we can decorate. In fact, if we what should we do? Should we glue top and bottom only? That will leave a nice tuck, but once we've decorated it, it'll be a deeper tuck. Or do we need to secure it there? I think we might need to secure it. Yes. So I'm not going to secure it. See what I mean? I'm so indecisive sometimes. There. And there. Just glue that there and glue the bottom. That gives us a tuck spot there, and if we turn it over and we do the same here, we just glue here and down there, here, and just to the first opening. Secure those 2. So that gives us a tuck spot of, let's see if we can find a piece of, that's quite a nice tuck spot. And we turn it over and we've got another tuck spot. See, I didn't want that. Would it really matter? Yes, it would. Now that's annoying me. And I've glued down. Oh dear. Right, before it sticks permanently, I'm going to lift it up. Take that little piece off. I know my parameters now are there and there, so I'm going to do a bleed of glue down there. You know something else? I'm doing all of this and I've not got my glasses on. No wonder I'm going kind of, as we call it, bleary-eyed. I'm just going to put a fine bead of glue down there because I don't want to lose any of the tuck. And again, I'll come in and I'll do a bead there, and I'll do a bead there. I'm going to take this from here. Oops. From here to here. Bring it over. That's kept that closed. That's good. And again, we'll do the same here. Oops, that's my big glue applicator. I've got two. I've got one with a small nozzle and I have one with a large nozzle for chunkier applications, but at the moment I just need the small application. One there, there, and run it down there. And that should not be able to pop through now, she says. No, it can't. That's fabulous. Okay, so let's decorate it. This is annoying me. I should have left that till later, but then I couldn't have done the back pockets and the front pockets, so hey ho. Right, shall we decorate this? What should we decorate it with? Let me see. I have a few things that I've fussy cut out and that I'd reprinted a long time ago, and we don't want that. I would like to have kept family in. It says live, love, laugh and ponder and remember this family. I quite like that we're saying, but I need more decoration on here. So what shall we go with now? I'd made some envelopes that might be quite nice. These were done a long time ago, and again I have a tutorial on how I did these. And this is a bundle, but that's too much. Yes, it's too much. So I think we'll go with, because we have the browns in here. I quite like that. And then we could put one there and we could put another one there. I'm going to go with that. So let's just do that there. I'm going to pop a piece of paper underneath here just in case I go over the glue line. Pop that one there. We shall pop, do we have another one that's more neutral? That one there, maybe that one there. It could go under. No. Let's do this. Let's go with my instinct. One there. And I think we'll go with one there. Take this out now. Pop it back in. That way. I may have to come back in and do a little bit up here. Get the burnishing tool out again. Burnish that up, and I think that makes a nicer, excuse me, a nicer tuck spot. So if I can find something, I've already made a couple of, printed out a couple of tags. If I can find them. There we go. That will hold a tag. This is another tag that I made, and it's using, this was a freebie from Amanda a while ago. I think it could have been a couple of years ago. It may still be in the files, I'm not sure. And I fussy cut out the little window and tucked this wee girdle in behind. Added some faux flowers, a little bit of lace, butterfly, and the word springtime. So that could go in there. I'm quite happy with that little tuck spot. Now we need to do this one. We'll have to do something slightly different. We don't want the same. But again, I quite like that. But we would have to back it because it's far too. It's only on 120 GSM. So I do have, I keep all the ends of the card stocks that I cut, and these come in absolutely fabulously handy when I'm doing things like tags, etc. So we shall use this to back some of it. So if we go from here to here, just tear that off, snip off the little end bit. Let's add some glue. We'll try and add the butterfly in. Like so. Cut off the excess. these back. Get my distressing tool. I noticed the last time I used my distressing tool, I had kept it attached to this and it was making an awful noise while I was filming, so I took it off. And I'm just going to distress the edge. Now, my last video, I kept losing all my tools. I was putting them down and I couldn't remember where I was putting them. So that was a lesson I learned, and I have now got them that I know what I'm going to be using at hand. And so my pencils, my ruler, my scissors are in this tub at hand. I have my distressing wheel with all my distressing ink tools on it. I have my little bowl with bits and pieces in it. That should go back in there. That should go back in there so that I don't lose it. I have my little hole punch because I'm going to be making a hidden paper clip for one of these pages. We'll do that and then we'll finish up for this one for the moment, but let's decorate this. So we're from here to here, and I think I want to round the corner on this one, so go there and there. Pop that out of the way, and we shall do these two corners too. Oops, why didn't that do it? That's better. Here comes the inking tool, and to hand I have ground espresso. We shall bring in my glue gun, and I only want to glue within these there and there. So we'll start our glue line going inside. Do you see what I've done there? There's a mistake you shouldn't make. I will have to let that dry. Oh dear. And come back to it because I've did it the wrong way. See? Even as I've been crafting for many years, can make mistakes. Always check that it's the right side up, girls. For goodness sake. Okay, so let's go on to this hidden paper clip then. We'll come back to that in a minute. I've already prepared. I have a small square or rectangle folded over, and the way I make my paper clips so that they stay smooth on the top of the page or on the side, that they're not poking out, I use my little hole punch and I go into the center and I punch a little hole there so that it's gapy, and this holds the paper clip just down from the top. So rather than sitting up the top where you have this gap, doing it this way, you bring it straight down, and then when you start to add your overs, as I call them, this is just a book page, and this is just a paper doily, and I've already cut out, if I can find it, here we are. I cut out one of these little butterfly thingies from Amanda. So we shall start the process and do this. So, and again, I don't want the ink to come down the bottom because this has to stay open. So I'm going to use my glue gun just to start off here. Oops, we shall bring that down, and I'll turn it over and I shall glue here. And I'm going to come in with my ink again, and I'm going to ink up the sides. And all I did was I ripped, just hand ripped the book page to give it a vintagey type look. Coming in with the doily now. And we can glue that all the way down. But I think I want to just do the edges first. In fact, I'll push this up and I'll just go around the edge like so. Ah! Oh, that just adds to the vintage feel, she says. Oh dear, dear, dear. I was a bit too rough there. I should have been lighter handed, but I wasn't. So let's glue this down. And I'm going on to the doily rather than the paper. Bring that down, glue it down, and we'll do the same here. 3, 2, just little dots. Doesn't need a lot of glue. Bring that down. You see, it adds to the character, doesn't it? She says. Oh dear. But hey ho. It's only a journal, it's only paper. And as Amanda would say, we're not building bridges. Right, so we want the wee one for the front. Where did I put it? See, I've done it again. Where did I put it? Here it is. So we'll pop that there. And I think we need a wee word. I know there's words on the book page, but actually we could have put a nice little bit of lace there, which I'm going to do. Where was that lace that was left over from the front? I definitely had lace left over from the front, didn't I? I did. Ah, here it is. So we could cut this in half. Just cut it there and cut it there. And we could go under the butterfly, couldn't it? Yep, let's put it there. I'm just going to use my glue. And as if some of you have seen me work before, I always use Nuvo glue in the construction of anything I do, really. I just think it is the best glue around. It's not the cheapest, but I think it's the best. Let's pop that there. And yes, we still need a little word. Maybe need something there, something that was lilac-ish. Because primarily there's lots of bluey lilac in the construction and in the pages. Let's go for a word first. It's my little box of different words from all over the place. Some from Amanda, some from other sellers on Ko-fi and Etsy. They're no good. They're Christmas. They're just general. They're joyous words. Little words of joy. Let's see a couple of these. What have we got? Smile often. Live your truth. Trust yourself. Brave. Oops. I need to put a little bit more glue on that. Always be you. That's quite nice. I quite like that. So let's do a little inking up. Grab our glue applicator. Oops. That's quite nice. So we now need to decorate the other side. Let's find another word. But we'll not go with this one. We'll go with something else when we decide what we're decorating. Pop that there. We've got a little bit of lace. We have a couple of bits and bobs in here. That's quite pretty. We're not going to use that. That's for something else. Let's take the edge off that. Come in with our applicator again. I want to use this clock. That's from Amanda as well. And that is from the same freebie. There was 2 pieces of paper. There was that one. And here's the other one. That. There was the tags. There was the clocks and butterflies. That was one of the butterflies, I think. I think there was something else, I'm not sure. But it was definitely a freebie. But as I said, it's been given out a long time ago, so I'm not sure if it's still in the files. But you could go and have a look. look in the Facebook group. It may still be there, but we need something else here, a strip of something. Let's have a look. What have we got? We've got leftovers. Okay, we could put that right across there, which I'm going to do. Don't think about it, just do it. Because if you're like me and you start to think about it too much, you start doubting yourself and you think, oh, maybe something else. Or so we're going to put that right across, like so. And the clock can go there. We don't need the lace here. I don't think we need the lace, or maybe this bit. No. No, no, no. I need to stop sometimes. I need to stop myself. But we need a word. So what shall we go with? I've got some letters in here and some words. In fact, I have a little box here with some tags and numbers. That's quite vintagey. Put it up there. I like that. That's one of Amanda's. I'm sure that's one of Amanda's words. From her word soup, or number soup, word soup. Oh, just hit, oh, I'm so sorry, I've just hit the camera. Oops. I'm going to have to stand up and see if I'm still in shot. Oh, I am, just. Sorry about that, really. Oh. So we've got that up there, and maybe a little label. There's tiny little labels here which are quite nice. I quite like that. Is it too much? Is it too much for much? Not sure. Here's one that I've printed out. Maybe I've got one that's... No, there's too many words there. I didn't print them out, sorry, I stamped them out. What are you thinking, Susie? I quite like that actually, so I'm gonna stick with that rather than always be you. I'll go with that. I'll bring my inker in again. Fingers are full of glue here, and we shall pop that there. I think that'll do for over the top. So where are we going to put it? Where's it going to go? That's a bit too big for there. Oops. That's quite... That marries in with that. I'm just hoping that it will... Oops. Why is that not... Oh, there it is. I haven't got it opened up properly. That's not too bad. It gives us another tuck spot to add something up above. And the same when we turn it over, we can add it up above. I think maybe it's just too wide. So I'm going to rip it down some more. And ink it some more. And try again. That's a bit better. It doesn't quite jump out over. I'm quite happy with that. So that will stay there. Now what were we doing? We were doing this, weren't we? So I need to glue from here because it's now up the right way, and the glue from previously has dried. Let's pop that there. And again, we'll just give it a little burnish. It's not enough, that's not fancy enough, not for me anyway. What should we add to this? Let's have a look. A little bit of lace up the top. Yep. Why not? It's there. Use it. There we go, a little bit of lace. What else? Another clock maybe? That one. Or, well, the butterflies there, and the butterflies there. So shall we use this one? Just have it peeking out slightly. Do we need to strengthen it because we're going to be tucking things in and out? Let's have a look and see. Should be okay. It should be okay. And again, we want just slightly. Ah! Now that was silly. Didn't give it time to dry before you destroyed it. That one there. Another little butterfly, but no, I won't put another butterfly on. I have a butterfly there, a butterfly there. I think that'll do. I think that's fine. And I am going to bring this round and do a double. Ah, but that doesn't keep it closed. Oh, how silly are you, Susie? It would have to go around twice. So we can't do that. Oh, dear, dear, dear. We shall just leave enough so that when we have our book finished, we can just bring it up and wrap it round to suit. So I'm going to take half of this away. We don't need it all there. And I'll close it like that for now. But it will still get closed when we've got it full. Okay, so that's the front done. the closure done, the inside pocket done. What else have we got? The tab done. 2 tabs from 1 tab, if you know what I mean. Top hidden paper clip. I will be doing a side one as well. And our back. So I think that's enough for today. Part 3, I think we'll finish it off. I'll prepare some more fussy cuts, etc. And I'll see you all again in the next video. Thank you very much for bearing with me and staying with me. And I hope you get some ideas from our time together. In the meantime, I'll say thank you very much again, and bye-bye for now.